Welcome back, and we are now talking about steps. Now, this isn't a nutrition principle, but it will help you with your weight loss and your health goals. Now, your good enough goal step for the day is going to be about 7,500 to 8,000 steps per day. So if you're sitting on a chair all day on an office job, I definitely recommend getting up early and going for a walk, or going for a walk after work, or somehow getting those steps into your day. Now follow on as I give you some more tips on how you can increase your steps. Doing everyday things around the house are going to help bring those steps in. If you think I've got to get the groceries from the car to my kitchen back and forth, I've got to get my laundry from one end of the house to the other, depending on the size of your house is a way that you can get more steps in. But how are you going to know how many steps you are doing? Get yourself a smartwatch, okay? Smartwatch, or else you're going to have to carry your phone around all day. If you are wearing yourself a smartwatch, it's going to track how many steps you're doing. Now, as I said before, we're wanting to get a minimum of 7,500 to 8,000 steps in per day. And if you can't hit that amount, that's okay. Just means that you're not going to be able to eat as much food to be in that calorie deficit. So the more that you can move, the more calorie expenditure you're going to be doing. Just as an example, 10 minutes of walking is an equivalent to about 1,000 steps. So if you walk for 20 minutes, that's 2,000 steps, 30 minutes, 3,000 steps, 40, and so on. This is just a guide. Everyone's a bit different. Everyone has different strides, but this gives you a good idea on how many steps you are actually doing. So here are some tips for you to increase your steps. 1. Are you waiting for a bus or a train or anything like that? Can you walk a little bit further to the next bus stop before you get onto the next bus? That's one way you could do it. Number 2, if you are doing a gym workout, can you get up and walk steps around instead of just sitting there and waiting to do your next set? Number 3, you could go for a walk after every meal. So if you're on a lunch break and you've just finished your lunch, do you have 10 or 15 minutes left on your break? Get up and go for a walk. Most likely you're getting an hour lunch break. You can eat your lunch in 10 minutes easily. Get up, go for a walk. Are you meeting up with a friend? How about you meet up with a friend, grab a takeaway coffee and walk while you're catching up for a drink, rather than sitting at a cafe and drinking it stationary. Go for a walk with your coffee. If you say you are time poor and you don't have time to walk, set that alarm earlier, 15 minutes earlier, get up and go for a walk before your daily activity. That might be starting your exercise regime earlier. If you are, for example, coming to my group fitness classes and you know that the class starts at 6 o'clock, why don't you make sure that you are there 20 minutes earlier so that you can go for a walk around the block, you're warmed up for the session and you're ready to go. That goes for any time that you're doing exercise. You can always fit that in. Now, you don't have to do all of these in a row. This might just be steps 1 or 2 days a week, but the more that you can get those steps in, the better. So here are your action steps. Number 1, I want you to go get yourself a fitness smartwatch or start tracking how many steps you are doing each day. Number 2, I want you to start thinking of ways that you can add in extra steps into your daily habits. Can you park the car further away at the shops? Can you park in a further car space when you go walking to work? Things like that. Number 3, maybe you might want to hire a treadmill or a step walker for at home if you know that you're at home with the kids and you can't get out. Maybe it might be a $20 a week investment to have a treadmill that you can walk on while the kids are having a nap. So is that $20 a day going to be beneficial for you over not doing it? This is all about a mental state. That might be something that can help you.